Hey there, Kalena from Voice Savvy, coming right back at you with another video. So today we're going to be talking about switching from singing more of those classical and operatic styles to singing more contemporary pop styles. And I'm going to be giving you some vocal exercises to really help you find the right vocal setup to do so. But first, we got to talk about it. So if you want to sing pop, but you're used to singing in more of those classical and operatic styles, then all we need to do is adjust your vocal setup. So to understand this, we're going to be talking about the different vocal setups and the larynx, and how the larynx can influence the overall tonal quality and character of your voice, which is really going to influence the different styles of singing you can do. So yeah, let's talk about the setups, and hopefully this is going to help you. So let's just talk about the three main positions of the larynx, the different tonal qualities that they can give to us, and then the best vocal setups for singing more of those contemporary pop styles, especially if you're coming from more of that classical and operatic background. So the first vocal setup is more of a lower larynx positioning, which is generally going to give you more darker, deeper and richer tonal qualities in your singing voice. This is a typical vocal setup for classical and operatic styles of singing. So if you're used to singing more classical and operatic styles, then this is going to be your typical vocal setup. Vocal setup number 2 is a neutral larynx, which is going to give you more of those rounder, warmer, well-balanced tonal qualities in your singing voice. This is a typical vocal setup for contemporary styles such as pop, R&B and soul. So if you're singing in these kind of styles, then this is pretty much going to be your overall vocal setup. Vocal setup number 3 is a higher larynx positioning, which is generally going to give you more of those brighter, thinner and more intense tonal qualities in your singing voice. This is a typical vocal setup for contemporary styles such as rock, musical theatre and gospel. So if you're used to singing in these kind of styles, then this is going to be pretty much your vocal setup. But overall, for contemporary music, you will pretty much go between vocal setup 2 and 3, and just being able to do so is really just going to give you more dynamics in your singing voice. Even being able to move over into more of the lower larynx as well is really going to be beneficial for you. There are singers such as Cher and Anita Baker that actually used more of that lower larynx positioning in their contemporary styles. So that can also be done. I don't really like to put the voice into a box. I think it's going to be good for you as a singer to be able to pull from all of these different vocal setups ultimately. But if you are going from someone that is generally wanting to move from singing more of the classical, and operatic styles to more of those contemporary styles, then it's just about adjusting your vocal setups to vocal setup 2 and 3. And in a moment, I'm going to be giving you some vocal exercises to really help you find those vocal setups. But let me just quickly demonstrate for you so that you get an idea on what I'm talking about. Classical and operatic. In the name of love, in the name of love. Pop and contemporary. In the name of love, in the name of love. So without further ado, let's do the exercise. The first one is the bratty neigh, which is really going to help to raise your larynx so that it's easy for you to get into vocal setup 2 and 3.
Neigh, 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 neigh. 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 Neigh, 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 neigh.
The next one is the edgy A, 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 A. A, 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 which is really just going to help to add that edge and that bite into your singing voice, helping you to get into vocal setups 2 and 3. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. A, 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 A. So those are the vocal exercises that are really going to help you to shift from singing more of those classical and operatic styles to singing more contemporary styles. They're really going to add more of that cry and that bite and that edge into your overall singing voice, which you're going to need for singing those contemporary styles. styles of music. So that's it from me. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, then good. Good for you. No, I'm joking. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing below, hit that notification bell, and just comment and let me know how you get on with this video. Let me know how you found it and if there's anything that you want me to cover on this channel. But I think that's pretty much it. Also, I'm offering one-to-one sessions at the moment. I'm currently taking on a few new students. So if you're interested, then you can click on the link below and get your session booked in with me now. But that's it. Until next time, I will see you soon. Peace out. I'm being so silly.